Hello guys, this is Prime Concept. You're welcome once again to my channel. We want to study in this video a topic that is very important to every scientist, an engineer, a medical scientist, and so on. So this is the concept trigonometry. Now, what is the meaning of trigonometry? Trigonometry is actually a compound word which is gotten from two Greek words. One of them is trigonon. Trigonon, that is one of the Greek words. The other one is metron. Metron. So in Greek, trigonon simply means triangle, while metron means angle measurement. So simply put, you can say that trigonometry is the study of the measurement of angles in a triangle. That is trigonometry. So I would write the definition so that you can put down the concept. So trigonometry is a branch of mathematics that measures the angles in a triangle using the ratios of the length of the sides of that triangle. So this is a branch. This is a branch of maths. This is a branch of maths that measures the angles of a triangle. The angles of a triangle using the ratio of the length, using the ratio of the length of the sides, using the ratio of the length of the sides of that triangle. Of course, we before now already know triangles. We have different type of triangles, but the triangles that are important, the triangle that is important to us when we're considering trigonometric ratio is the right angled triangle. So that is the triangle important to us. Now say we have this, and this is a right angled triangle, which simply means that one of the angles is 90 degrees. So if we decide to call this theta, which is the angle of interest, so these are the sides of this triangle. They can have different lengths. So we can measure the angle of a triangle using the ratio of the sides of this triangle, which we are going to learn after now. We will see these different types of trigonometric functions that we have. So trig is actually a function, and we already know what function is in mathematics. So function is any operation that can take an input and give a corresponding output. That is just a basic way to define a function. So trig is a function of an angle. That is one thing you should know. So it means we cannot talk about trigonometry without mentioning what? Angle. It's very important to us. So if trig is a function of angle or angle measurement, it means we want to learn the different ways we can measure angle, right? Yes, so let's quickly look at a subheading: angle measurement. So when we say measurement, quantities in science are measured using what we know as units of measurement. So when we say angle measurement, we want to consider the different units in which we can use to measure angle. So basically, we want to consider just two aspects, but we have so many aspects. But we'll consider two aspects for measuring angle. Number one is degree. Degree. So angles can be measured in degree, and of course, degree still has in itself two other units which we're going to mention. So angles can be measured in degree, and the symbol for degree is a small circle above. That is the symbol for degree. So you put this above the number. So for example, you can say 60 degree, right? You can say 40 degree. You see that symbol? So we can measure angles in degree. And under the degree, we have two other units we consider. So we can have under the degree, we can talk about minutes. We can talk about units. So you can measure angle in minutes. And what is the symbol for minute? Is a single prime. So what it means is if you want to measure an angle in minutes, you just put this symbol, which is the prime symbol, above that number. So if I write something like this, if I put something like this, simply means 2 minutes. It means angle is measured in minutes. We also have the second one, which is seconds. So we can also measure angle in seconds, which takes the double prime. Double prime. So when you see something like this, 3, and you see double prime, this thing simply means what? 3 seconds. So we are still considering the first, which is degree, and we said degree can also be talked about in terms of minutes or in terms of what? Seconds. So what is the relationship between the normal degree, the minutes, and the seconds? Very simple. So relationship, let me rub this side of the board. So the relationship between them is that 1 degree is actually equal to 60 minutes. So let me put it in words. 60 minutes. 1 degree is 60 minutes. You can still have that 1 degree again is 3,600 seconds. So this is the relationship between minutes and degree. Now, most of the times in exam or under exam condition like your WAEC, your university 100 level exam, JPEB, and so on, and JAMB, they would want you to convert an angle from degree to minute, but they will be interested in just the decimal part. So for simplicity, I will just tell you that if you want to convert from degree to minute, all you need to do is to multiply by 60. Multiply that by what? 60. I'll take an example. You want to convert from degree to seconds, multiply it by what? 3,600. So example, convert, let's say 12.5 degree to minutes. So like I said, we have 12.5 degree and we want to write this in minutes. We can convert everything, but in most cases, under exam condition, they want you to convert just the decimal part to minutes, leaving the whole part in degree. So these are samples of what you would see in exam. So it means that the whole part, the whole or the complete part is actually what? Is 12. So 12 degree, I'll leave it. The decimal part is what? This is 0.5, so which simply means 0.5 degree. So to convert the decimal part, what I would simply do is to say to minutes, I will just say 0.5 times 60. So if I do this, I would get what? 30 minutes. So I want to write my answer now. What is the proper way to write my answer? I would simply say that 12.5 degree is same thing as 12 degree 30 what? Minutes. So this is how you would see it in exam. 12 degree 30 minutes. So I'll give you one more example. Convert, let's say 7.3 degree to minute. So the whole part, because that is what we do in exams most of the times, the whole part is 7 degree. The decimal is 0.3 degree. So to minutes, we're simply going to just say 0.3, which is the decimal part, times what now? Times 60. So if we do this, we're going to have, let me quickly multiply that. 0.3 times 60. That is 18 minutes. 18 minutes. So it means that my answer is going to be 7 degree 18 minutes. Somebody may ask, what if you have more decimals? For example, I want to add one more. Say we have something like this. So they want us to convert, let's say 15.02 degree to minutes. It's still the same storyline, very simple. So in this case, what you still have as the whole part is going to be 15 degree. The decimal is going to be 0. This is 0.0, so I have 0.02 degree. Then the to minute now is going to be 0.02 times what now? 60. So if we do this, we then confirm our answer. Let me punch that. All right, so I have 1.2 minutes, right? Yes, so I can quickly write my answer. So I can quickly write my answer. Where is it? So I have 15 degree, 1.2 minutes, or you can just approximate this and say 1 minute approximately, which is always best. So the next thing we'll be considering the second angle measurement, which is radian. Angles can also be measured. Remember, we've said that angles can be measured in degree, and we said under degree we can have the sub parts, which is minutes, the seconds, and the second way we can measure angle number 2 is radian. Angles can be measured in radian, and the short form we always use rad. So angles can be measured in degrees and in radian. So a simple way to convert, how do we convert? Because this is the unit, this is the symbol, rad, radian. So but how do we convert? It's very simple. So the first case, to convert from degree to radian, you multiply by pi over 180. So the second case, to convert from radian to degree, you multiply by 180 over pi. So these are the two cases, and we're going to take an example so that the concept will be clear. So you have an angle in degree and you want to convert it to radian. All you need to do is multiply that angle by pi over 180. You have an angle in radian, you want to convert it to degree. All you need to do is multiply that angle by 180 over pi. So we're going to take few examples and then move on. All right, so we want to consider the following examples. Convert the following to radian. So we want to see how we can apply what I've explained here. To convert from degree to radian, you multiply by what? Pi over 180 degrees. So let's quickly do that. So in this case, I'm going to have 60 times pi over 180 degrees. So that when I solve this, this would go 6 in 6 is 1, 6 in 18 is 3. So I simply have pi over 3 radian. So I've been able to convert that from degree. 60 degrees equivalent to pi over 3 radian. So same thing, similarly. To solve for 45 degrees, I have 45 times pi by 180, so that when 9 goes here to give us 5, when 9 goes there to give us 2, so I have 5 here is 1, 5 in 20 is 4. So this is actually pi over 4 radian. Same way, we solve for 120, we have 120 times pi by 180. So this is going to give us 2. 0 would go, and 3 here is 4, 3 here is 6, 2 here 2, 2 here 3. So I have 2 pi over 3 radian. So this is how we can convert, and so many other angles, irrespective of how large the angle might look, we can follow this approach of conversion. So I'll give 1 or 2 examples in converting from radian to degree. How do we convert from radian to degree? So convert the following to degree. To convert the following to degree, we'll take just 2 examples. So number 1, we have, let's say, pi over 6 radian. Number 2, let's say 3 pi over 2 radian. So we want to convert this to degree. And the concept says to convert from radian to degree, you multiply by 180 over pi. So applying that, we would have, applying that concept would give us pi over 6 times 180 over pi, right? So that pi would go, then 6 in 6 is 1, 6 in 18 is 3. So this 3 and 0 is what? 30 degree. Now in same vein, we can have 3 over 2 pi. I would multiply this by 180 divided by pi, so that pi would go, then 2 can go in this, which is 9. Then you have 3 times 9 is 27. So I have 270 degree. So this is how we can do conversions from radian to degree, degree to radian, and even degree to minutes. So I believe that this introductory part of this class is very clear to you. So we've established what trigonometry is all about: measurement of angles in a triangle using the ratios of the length of the sides of that triangle. And we saw how we can measure angle in different units: degree, minutes, seconds, and radian. We've learned the conversion. So we'll stop here. In our next video, we'll do something very foundational to trig, very important. We'll be looking at trigonometric ratios, different ratios of trig functions. We'll consider them, and then we'll look at Pythagorean identity and how to apply them. So do well to subscribe so that you can see my next video. Thanks for watching Prime Concept.